getting ahead in the count, finishing hitters off, making plays defensively behind the pitchers has been spectacular.
Lin Quan Chen will be on the mound to see if he can continue the good fortune of the Chinese Taipei pitching staff. Top of the lineup is really where Aruba makes its bread. Isaac Martina, Neymar Angela, and Aysen Ardrasedro. That top three, along with Jadrick Bokout, are batting .323 on the tournament as Martina slaps one foul, and we are underway.
And that was the difference on their last game to get to this championship. Their bottom 9 hitters finally stepped up and got it done and joined their top hitters in their lineup.
And the first 2 games for Aruba, the bottom 9 hitters, they bat 14. The bottom 9 hitters did not record a hit. And then in that Mexico win, they got some really important hits from A.J. Cruz, Hiron Ocampo, and a couple of other guys at the bottom of the order helped move runners along as that pitch just misses off the outside edge.
Yeah, 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 RBIs, and 3 walks in the bottom of their order in the last game.
It's going to be need to be a total team effort here today, as Martina reaches at that one, charging a Show Young tie, and there's one away.
That's a beautiful play in the 6-hole.
And that's what we've seen year in and year out with the Chinese Taipei team, Bobby, is that they are just so efficient fielding the ball as well. I mean, obviously we saw the pitching stats, but so much of those pitching stats are reliant upon the good defense behind them.
But once the ball leaves your hand, you have no control of what's going to happen. So you're relying on your 8 defenders behind you or in front of you. You become one as a pitcher as well. And they do a fantastic job. It's a pleasure to watch how they play defense. They know what they're doing with their feet, their routes, their throws. Everything has a purpose on this Chinese Taipei team.
Neymar Angela is the batter. Swings and misses. Aruba has never won a Junior League World Series, and the last time a Latin America team won was 2008 when Curacao took home the championship. It has been a tournament dominated by Chinese Taipei. They've won 4 straight World Series championships, 10 of the last 11. And that one through the mitt of Lin Quan Chen. Hustle play by Wu Tang Hao at second base to get the runner.
Wu Tang Hao one-handing this slow roller. Good charge play again. That's back-to-back plays, one-handed in the middle of the infield, with accurate throws to first base.
2 away for Aysen Ardrasedro, as Lin Quan Chen did pitch in relief against Mexico, pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, and no runs, and a 69% strike percentage in that game. Ardrasedro 2 for 6 with a double and an RBI this week. Off the end of the bat foul.
Strikes already, just charging the strike zone. Doing a fantastic job of throwing it in there at a high level. Lin Quan Chen can really pitch.
Good movement on that one. 1-2 to Ardrasedro.
Nasty. It's a changeup. Right on right. High level.
Team from Chinese Taipei has won 15 straight games dating back to 2023 here in Taylor, Michigan. Popped up in the infield, foul territory. And making the play is Yu Cha-ra, the catcher behind the plate. And a ho-hum 1-2-3 inning to start this international championship game for Chinese Taipei.
This summer, the Little League World Series is off to the races. From exclusive 2026 Little League World Series apparel to collectible pins, teamwear, hats, and more. From the Born in Williamsport Alive All Over the World collection to Girls with Game apparel to in August we watch the
against Chinese Taipei for Aruba is going to be strike one, getting ahead in the count. Very disciplined hitters in Chinese Taipei. You cannot put them on with a free pass.
Defeating Aruba 10-0 in the earlier meeting this week, and also shutting down Mexico 4-0 as Chi-Wei Cha leads it off, the right fielder for Xingming Junior Little League. Chinese Taipei, the northern region of the country.
Ocampo last game he threw against Italy, got the win. 19 pitches, almost 70% strikes. Going to need more of those strikes today, as I previously mentioned.
Starts the leadoff hitter out with a 3-0 count, and immediately giving some words of encouragement from his first baseman, Breeson.
And that's what we need to stay away from. 3-ball counts, and Chinese Taipei will make Aruba pay for any free passes that are allowed. I'm going to give you a little information here on the OPS differential. So OPS, slug, and on-base percentage. Aruba in the tournament against Chinese Taipei, 255 OPS. Chinese Taipei, 1,200 OPS. The difference over 1,000. That is a dominant performance. That was a 10-0 run rule win. So they have to flip the script today, try to see if they can do a better job getting the ball in the strike zone, go from there.
Ocampo battling back to a full count here. Swung on and foul tipped off the glove of the catcher Gonzalez Rodriguez. Home plate umpire today is Tyler Reddick from Canada. Andy Inkleys from California at first. Chris Mathis is your second base umpire from Washington. And Jared Grissinger is the third base umpire from Pennsylvania. Seventh pitch of the at-bat is up the middle for a single. A leadoff hit for Chi-Wei Cha, and Chinese Taipei is rolling early.
This is a beautiful two-strike approach. Doesn't try to do too much, just stays inside of it, keeps his chest on the plate. This ball's up in the strike zone, and these 3-ball counts are all hitter advantage counts. Makes it much easier on the offensive player. Takes it right through the middle of the field the way you're supposed to. Just a beautiful, beautiful approach.
Ma Tian-en, we saw pitch earlier this week. He is ineligible to pitch today due to the pitch count restrictions. Batting second, laying down a bunt. Sliding as Ocampo had to re-grip. Nobody covering, at least not to his liking, so he didn't pull the trigger on the throw. And it's a bunt single for Ma Tian-en. And it's 2 on with nobody out here in the first.
Ma Tian-en, beautiful, beautiful direction on this bunt. Perfectly placed. Chinese Taipei trying to get a man into scoring position and score first in this contest. Now it's first and second, nobody out, as the bunt was not fielded cleanly by Ocampo.
Had enough time to make the throw. Keon Cruz, the second baseman, was coming over to cover first, and Cruz surely thought he was there in time for the throw, but Ocampo kind of looked at him and shook his head.
Well, he's there on his knees, so he rethought. Not sure I want to do this right now.
Shoyoung Tai in the 3-hole is 3 for 5 this week, a pair of doubles, 3 RBI in 2 games. He can put Chinese Taipei up early.
And look at Chinese Taipei. They're a 3-hole hitter, premier player in Taiwan, and he can really, really hit, and he's bunting right now.
Shows bunt, lays it down, fielded by the first baseman, Breeson, and there was absolutely no chance of getting that runner at third. Chi-Wei Cha slides in on the fielder's choice safely, and the bases are loaded.
Chinese Taipei applying pressure early. 2 beautiful bunts back to back. This one's in the kill zone. And then a bad decision to throw that ball to third base. Breeson wisely should have just picked it up and taken a out at first, cut your losses and see what happens. Now we're bases loaded with nobody out because of 2 misfielded bunts. And that's what happens when you get base runners on. You apply pressure with a good, solid bunt. You see this at the collegiate level as well. Even the big leagues, they have a hard time fielding bunts at times. It's really an underrated skill in the game of baseball right now. Got a runner going down the line hard. The bunt's in the kill zone. It's a very difficult play. Got to make a lot of decisions, a lot of pressure.
Cleanup hitter Sung-Yi La up with the bases loaded and nobody out. Watches a strike come in from Ocampo. And Sung-Yi La, 3 for 4 with a double and an RBI in 2 games this week. Makes a strike on the outside corner, 0-2.
And we saw him smoke a ball off the wall earlier in the week. Laser beam, lots of power, short, direct route to the ball. Quick bat.
Campo could use a strikeout here in the worst way. Ahead in the count 1-2. Infield already drawn in. Cronson, Arjocedro, Keon Cruz, and Breeson around the horn, third to first. 1-2. Salvez Rodriguez is the catcher.
That infield is drawn in because the Aruba coaching staff knows they do not want to go down to Chinese Taipei here in this baseball game early, especially with that pitching staff. And who's on the mound for Chinese Taipei has been shutting opponents down.
Here's the 2-2.
And you can see the approach right there by Sung-Yi La to the backside. He's trying to stay on the pitch, hit it from the middle to the backside of the field in the right center gap.
Swing and a miss. Big strikeout from Ocampo. And there's one away.
And that's the electric fastball we talked about at the beginning of the game. It will ride when it's up. Good velo. Watch the movement here and the ride up. It defies gravity. It looks juicy, and then it's hard to hit.
Yu Chao Ra in the 5-hole, the catcher today. Infield, the middle infield, dropping back to double play depth. Corner still in with 1 out. First pitch tipped into the glove for a strike.
Ocampo has plenty of fastball to get it done. Has to get it in the strike zone. Got to field some bunts. It's a totally different looking inning.
Oh, and 2 on Yu Cha Ra. Back-to-back batters for Ocampo that he's jumped out ahead 0-2.
That fastball had a little cut on it. It was off the plate, then came back to the black. Good looking pitch.
Here's the 0-2. Up, out of play. Infield fly rule in effect here with the bases loaded and 1 out. Still nobody scored for Chinese Taipei after the single and then a couple of bunts playing small ball to load the bases. See if Aruba wiggle their way out of this jam. The 0-2. Ripped down the line, foul.
And Ocampo went with a slide step right there, trying to disrupt timing, sneak a fastball in the inner half.
We saw something.
He was ready for it.
Similar in the Mexico-Aruba game where Hernandez for Mexico hit a smoker down the line, but foul, and the very next pitch sent it into the field behind us for a home run.
341 feet.
So we'll see if,
to be exact,
Yu Chao Ra can do the same thing here if he could straighten it out on an 0-2. Off-speed pitch, got him. Back-to-back punch-outs for Jairon Ocampo. What a momentum boost it would be if Aruba can get out of this inning unscathed.
I want to see this pitch again and double check and see what it is. It had a lot of movement on it, Eric.
Good changeup?
Like a little cutter. A little backdoor cutter. Do you see that? Just a little cut to it, took enough off, came back to the plate.
Chen and Yu. The bases loaded, now 2 outs.
And he has really good stuff from the left side. The crazy thing with his fastball is that it runs arm side, it cuts, and then it rides. So he's got 3 different fastballs there. Hard to hit. See, that one rode, took off on the arm side. The strikeout previously had that cut action where it looks like it's a ball off the plate and then it comes back to the plate. So you swing at it off the plate and you kind of run out of barrel on your hands a little bit.
24th pitch from Ocampo is a 2-0 to Chen and Yu. Breaks in there for a strike. That nice little bite there at the end.
Yes. Nowhere to put anybody here. 2-1 behind in the count. Bases are loaded, but 2 outs. Now the pressure is on Ocampo here and the defense. 3-ball count with bases loaded for Chinese Taipei.
Got ahead 0-2 to the last 2 batters and struck both of them out.
Yes. Needs to throw that little cut fastball, middle of the plate, some movement.
Oh, good job by Keon Cruz to save that ball from sailing into center field.
Try to pick at second.
I wouldn't take risks like that against Chinese Taipei.
There was nothing there. Chinese Taipei was all over it.
Cannot afford to give them free runs, that's for sure. Here's the 3-1.
Good pitch.
Now a full count as Ocampo allowed Chinese Taipei to load the bases with nobody out. He's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning without giving up a run.
The runners will be moving here on the pitch. So any ball that's hitting the gap will clear the bases. I think it's time to focus on the hitter. Runners aren't very far off. So down in the strike zone and let it happen.
3-2. Missed up and walked in a run as Chi-Wei Cha trots in from third. Chinese Taipei takes a 1-0 lead on the bases loaded walk to Chen and Yu.
Well, with 2 miscues on bunts in 1 inning, if you can get away with only 1, you'd be feeling pretty good about it. You're cutting your losses. Got to keep it here if you're Aruba.
Chow E.J. to the plate. Watches a strike. It's 1 for 5 here at the World Series with a double and an RBI. Special talent, singing.
Nice. Close.
I think he might be throwing sprinkling in a circle change in there every once in a while. The rotation coming out of his hand is
possibly. That had cut action right there. That is a 4-seam cutter. We've seen that a lot in this game.
He's already up to 30 pitches.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that against Chinese Taipei. It's the discipline.
The 1-2. Skipped it in there. Blocked by Gonçalves Rodriguez. Chinese Taipei has not surrendered a run in this tournament. So holding them to 1 here is crucial for Aruba. The 2-2. Goes the opposite way, charging and not making the catch is Rafinha in right. And 2 runs score on the opposite field single by Chow E.J.
It's a great effort in right field. Rafinha just cannot quite get to this soft line drive. This ball was up in the strike zone. Good job of hitting, staying inside the ball. That's the big knock that Chinese Taipei was looking for. And it's a big inning, Eric, here early.
Bring up Choi Soo-en, the center fielder with runners at first and third and 2 outs. And boy, Ocampo was so close. They're loading the bases with nobody out. Was 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Gives up a walk. And then a 2-out RBI single. 33 pitches here in the opening frame for the lefty.
That's a lot of pitches. Lot of pitches.
Choi Soo-en, 3 for 4. Couple stolen bases as we see Chinese Taipei likes to run. The runner from first makes it to second without a throw.
See how Choi Soo-en just held his ground there on a breaking ball? He'll take his 90 on an HBP, getting hit by a pitch.
1-2, and again, Ocampo is ahead in the count. Both times he's been ahead in the count in this inning, he's gotten strikeouts.
Well, he has really good stuff. There's no question about that.
A chopper to Keon Cruz at second. And that ends the inning, but not before 35 pitches and 3 runs for Chinese Taipei. Runs in the first, and so now Lin Quan Chen, Bobby Miranda, has a cushion, and that might be all that he needs given how well he's pitched this week.
Well, those numbers, 5 innings. I like the 1 walk. That is cool at this level and any level. When you throw it in there, you have an opportunity for sure. The 5 Ks, and if nobody's scoring, earned or unearned. And then the first inning, a 1-2-3 inning, 11 pitches, 8 strikes. I'd say it's efficient.
Yeah, nearly 70% of his pitches this week have been strikes.
And to put that in perspective, I mean, if you're in the big leagues and you're throwing at a 65% clip, you're dominating. What do we got here, Eric? Equipment issue?
Yeah, not sure. Something with the batter, but seems to be figured out. Jadrick Bocat, cleanup hitter. Bocat this week 2 for 7 with an RBI in 3 games. Aruba trying to become the first Latin America team to win this tournament since 2008.
Wow. Weren't sure what that was.
Artina, Angela, Ardra, Sidro. We saw them go down in order in the first inning. So it'll be Bocat, Gonsalves, Rodriguez, and Cronson here in the second for Aruba. Last time that a team knocked from Chinese Taipei won this tournament was in 2019 when the California squad picked up the win. California, this year's version, will be taking on Michigan, the hometown Taylor team, in our late afternoon game to determine the U.S. champion.
That's going to be an electric atmosphere here tonight.
The wall of champions here at Heritage Park, you see as we get lower, it's all those bottom 2 rows basically dominated by Chinese Taipei.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Off-speed breaking pitch in there for a strike, as the first strikeout of the game for Lin Quan Chen as Bocock goes down.
Featured his bigger breaking ball here. Look at the depth on that pitch. More of a curveball. Took a little bit off. A lot of spin and let gravity take it down. Beautiful.
Here's the catcher, Aiden Gonçalves Rodriguez, 2 for 6 with an RBI this week. And Aruba, being down 3-0 is no small feat, BMO. They have not scored more than 3 runs in a game this week.
Yeah. It's going to be tough. I mean, it is baseball. But it's going to be a tough task against this outstanding Chinese Taipei team.
They did have a comeback victory, however, in one of those games. It was a 2-0 early lead for Mexico before Aruba came back to win 3-2.
That was a really good game, by the way.
It was, and probably
really
the fastest game of the week.
Yeah, very competitive.
Really good pitching matchup. And reaching at it is Gonçalves Rodriguez. Back-to-back punch-outs for Lin Quan Chen here in the second. And his defense has not gotten much work here this inning, but 3 putouts in inning number 1 for Liao Sen Hao at third, Xiao Young Tai at short, Wu Teng Hao at second, and Ma Tian En at first. Yu Cha Ra is behind the plate. One hopper to Lin Quan Chen, who flips it easily on to first. 6 up, 6 down for some of the future stars of baseball. Liao Sen Hao leads things off.
And our left-hander Ocampo has been actually throwing it in there. 67% strike rate. Problem has been making some plays on some bunts, fielding them for outs. And then Chinese Taipei coming up with some big knocks, especially 2-strike hitting. And they're up 3 early.
Speaking of future stars, there's a pretty direct connection to this Chinese Taipei team right here in Detroit. Hao Yu Lee, the infielder for the Detroit Tigers, won a championship here at Heritage Park as a Junior League World Series player and now a major leaguer. So if you would have gotten his autograph 10 years ago.
Went and saw him play the last 2 days.
And I know so did the Chinese Taipei team as well. Getting to talk to him and pick his brain, and as the story goes, when he was here playing in the Junior League World Series, Hao Yu Lee, he went to a game at Comerica Park and said, I'm going to play here someday. And he was right.
Yes, he was.
That's pretty cool.
That is awesome. Incredible. Yeah, 2017 World Series champion, Junior Little League World Series. Saw him play last night and the night before. Does a nice job, plays third base. Very talented. Good looking player.
3-2 count to Liao Sen Hao.
Of course, my White Sox took it to him last night.
You're just a baseball sicko. You can't get enough of it.
What? Free tickets and free field passes. Might want to run down there. We're very close to downtown Detroit.
Take advantage of that 7th pitch of this at bat. And that's one of the cool things that you and I have experienced past couple of years is the connection to Major League Baseball when you come up here in the press box. It's the 3-2. Fly ball into left field. A.J. Cruz camped out under it, 1 down. Is when you come up here in the press box, there's pictures of major leaguers all over the place, and they tell you the story of what the connection is to either Taylor, Michigan, or to the Junior League Baseball World Series, and there's a lot of them.
And in other sports as well. How about the NFL? How about a guy named Mahomes?
Yeah.
Pretty good quarterback. for the Chiefs played on this field right here. And how about some NHL hockey players?
That's right.
Several names have been on this field.
It's right when you come up the stairs here, you see Gary Sheffield's picture.
Gary Sheffield.
First pitch to Lin Quan Chen is a ball. Pitcher versus pitcher here in the bottom of the second. 0 for 3 with a walk in the tournament. Likes a hot dog. He's come to the right place. Ballpark hot dog never disappoints. 1-1 to Lin Quan Chen. Takes a strike there. One of my good buddies, BMO, is a sideline reporter for the Mets, Steve Gelbs, and he has made it his mission this year to do a segment and rate every ballpark hot dog from when the Mets are on the road this year. He has a full sliding scale as a strikeout called there. Third strikeout of the game for Ocampo. He has rated, in case you were wondering, his favorite hot dog.
What do you got?
Is at the Cleveland Guardians Stadium.
I'll be heading there Monday.
I know you will, so you have to check out.
I'm
Apparently the mustard
that
is exceptional there.
It's a great breaking ball right here from Ocampo. To the zone. Frozen. Now, he has really good stuff. He's throwing strikes. Got to make plays in the infield. Cannot give them outs.
How he loaded. Shows bunt, pulls back.
I'll be heading over there Monday and Tuesday to see Tony V.
What do you put on
the San Francisco Giants?
That's right. Your buddies in town. What do you put on your hot dog when you're getting a hot dog at the stadium?
I'm a relish, ketchup, and tomato guy on my hot dog. That's what I like.
Chicago dog.
Yeah, kind of. I don't like mustard, and I kind of keep the onions off of it and stuff like that. I'm more of a tomato relish, and that's what I do. Ketchup. That's my go-to. Portillo's or.
Ocampo on his 50th pitch delivers a strike to Wu-Tang Hao.
Our producer, Jeff Graham, in my ear, he's a traditionalist, he says.
What does that mean? Just eats it plain?
What did he say? Just mustard, relish, and onion.
That's traditional?
Yeah, I guess. In his mind it is.
A 1-2-3 inning. Great bounce back for Ocampo here. Helps his pitch count and helps his team get back up to the plate quickly. They're down 3. Lead it off here in the top of the third.
Yeah, and Eric, how about 21 pitches, 15 strikes? That's 71% strike rate. And that will work, especially with his stuff.
Less than 50% of the pitches thrown compared to Ocampo. Rafinha is 0 for 5 this week. We mentioned the struggles the bottom 9 in this order have had for Aruba. They're still struggling in that department. 6 of those 9 are still without a hit, although they did get hits from Ocampo and Rincones as well as Keon Cruz in the game against Mexico, but still 6 of the bottom 9 over through 3 games here this week. Rafinha being one of them. There's no better time than now if you're the bottom half of this order for Aruba, as Rafinha down in the count 1-2.
Seems like he's always ahead, executing at a high level. There's the slider. Throws the curveball and the slider. What I've been so impressed seeing him in his 2 outings in this World Series is the fastball command. He'll spot it down and away, down and in, and then up and in.
Foul tip, handled by Yucha Ra, 1 away.
And there's that fastball down and away, carved. Watch the movement late, but the location is down and away. And that's just too much to handle.
3 strikeouts for Lin Quan Chen. Here's A.J. Cruz, the only player not eligible to pitch for Aruba. He was spectacular in the game against Mexico on the mound.
Yeah, A.J. very competitive. Fastball slider combo, occasional changeup. Bright future on the mound for that young man if he wants to be a pitcher.
11 strikeouts this week on the mound. That leads the World Series.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy, I can see him making some money here pretty soon.
I think your two favorite pitchers this week have been him and
Yes.
Adam Brewer, the California pitcher.
I love Brewer. Now, he can pitch, and he's very competitive. He's not available today.
No, I don't believe so. I think he would be available tomorrow.
He will be available tomorrow
if
he can bounce back.
California
and if they can win.
Beats Michigan later on. 1-2 to A.J. Cruz here. Speaking of cruising, Lin Quan Chen has just put it in cruise control. He has struck out 4 of the last 5 he's faced.
Lin Quan Chen throws the curveball this time. Oh, no, it's a changeup.
I know.
Did you see that? It had so much depth from the center field camera, and I corrected myself from the home plate camera. Had side 9-3 spin, like on a clock, with a lot of movement down.
First pitch swinging for Ocampo. Back to the seats and off the wall. I thought that one was headed into the bleachers. Came up about 1 foot short, but it's a 2-out double for Jairon Ocampo.
And that'll help his own cause right there. This ball was blasted to the backside. Watch this swing. Look at the extension. He one-arms it. And the ball just kept carrying and carrying. Almost got out of here. Hit the base of the wall for a stand-up double.
Man, I can't believe it didn't get out of here. The wind is blowing that direction out to left center field right now.
He got all of it.
Yeah, he did. So a runner in scoring position. The first hit, first runner of the game for Aruba. And here's Matthew Rincones, who watches a slider in there for a strike.
That wasn't a bad pitch. It was away. It was somewhat down. Just ambushed it. Drove it left center.
Just the second hit of the week for Ocampo. Rincones enjoys playing the drums. So we got one player for Chinese Taipei who likes to sing. We got a drummer here. Put together a band by the end of the day.
There you go.
Rincones, who is 1 for 4 this week, does not have a defensive position. So one of the 3 designated hitters, 4 I should say, for Aruba. Boy, a hit here would be huge for Aruba's cause. As Lin Quan Chen had retired the first 8 batters he faced.
It'd be huge for an opponent to score an earned run.
A big hole in the right side of the infield.
Off Chinese Taipei.
If he could put it on the ground, it'd be an easy single. 2-2.
And this is what the game's all about. Talked about it all week. 2-strike hitting, 2-out hitting. We saw Chinese Taipei execute in the first inning twice with 2 strikes and once with 2 outs.
2-2 to Rincones. This is high with the curve.
See, that's how you're going to score multiple runs in an inning, a big inning. You're going to have 2 strikes on you because you're going to be in a 2-strike count 50% of the time, whether you like it or not. First 3-ball count of the game for Lin Quan Chen. It's a good hack. Fouled straight back, just missed it.
And I think, we've talked about it ad nauseum already, BMO, but Aruba does not stand a chance if the bottom 6 or 7 guys in this order can't hit. And so that's a big swing there from Ocampo just to give them some positive momentum and feeling.
For sure. You think of that big win they had a couple days ago. That's what they did. The bottom of the order came through, and that wasn't it right there. Changeup right on right and nasty. Down and away pitch. A lot of flags represented on the Chinese Taipei side.
Very proud baseball tradition in that country. Video gamer Chao Chi Kai is NBA 2K. He's 1 for 3 with a sacrifice this week. It's one of the cool things about the tournament is these players' ability to intermingle and learn about each other's cultures. They trade pins, they hang out together. That was one of the cool things I, for a number of years, would call games at the Little League Baseball and Softball World Series regional in San Bernardino, California. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and at that venue, all the players stay in these barracks, and they all stay together. So it's like almost going to camp.
Nice.
They're up all night playing video games, and trading pins, and baseball cards, and it's just so much more than just the games on the field when you're at one of these tournaments. As Ocampo gets another strikeout.
It's a really good breaking ball, down and away.
Fourth strikeout for Ocampo. I'll bring up the leadoff hitter Chi-Wei Cha, who had started the rally in the first with a single, came around to score after a couple bunts behind him.
Chao-Wei Cha has tremendous discipline in the one hole for Chinese Taipei. Seen that all week. Very patient hitter.
Patience, a very good way to describe the Chinese Taipei baseball philosophy. They really let the game come to them. Maximize every single situation. I mean, go back to that first inning with Chi-Wei Cha, who got on with a, just a ho-hum single, and there were bunting, and we're moving runners, and we're sacrificing, and we're forcing the defense to think about everything we're doing. Hot shot back at Ocampo, plenty of time.
Nice play. It's a nice job of getting off the mound, snagging it, standing up, putting your foot in the ground, and throwing a strike to first base. Good job by the left-hander from Aruba.
After he gave up that 2-out, 2 RBI single in the first, Ocampo has retired 6 straight.
He's settled in. He is settled in.
Ma Tian En, bunt single in the first, came around to score. Favorite food? Hamburger?
Yeah. Very nice. Big burger guy? You big burger guy?
Of course. Kids are the same. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Hamburgers, spaghetti, hot dogs. Well, I already asked you what your hot dog order is. What's your hamburger order?
Hamburger, pretty simple. No mayo, ever.
Okay.
Lettuce, tomato, pickle, ketchup.
Cheese?
Yeah, provolone, a little Swiss maybe.
Oh, all right.
Colby Jack, no pepper jack.
Strike
Not in on the pepper jack.
Strike 3 called. And back-to-back, 1, 2, 3 innings for Ocampo. He's
nasty, the fastball movement. Watch this pitch right here. Right on right change with like split action going down. I mean, it's been an unhittable 3-pitch mix so far. Only 38 pitches. Look at that, 26 for strikes.
Gave up a hit in the 3rd inning. That is the only batter to have reached base. Aside from that hit in the inning, he struck out 3. He has struck out 5 of the last 7 batters he's faced. As Rainier Breeson will give it a try here in the top of the 4th. Breeson 0 for 5 in the tournament. Chinese Taipei, 15 straight wins in Taylor, Michigan, dating back to 2023. Every year, it's a different set of kids from a different town, from a different little league, and the results have been the same. 4 straight World Series championships, 10 of the last 11. Breeson down the count 0-2 here early.
You know, you almost get the feel it's the 4th inning, and Aruba just has to do something here pretty quick. Even though it's only 3-0. Got to cut into that lead. It already feels late with the pitching being that dominant from Chinese Taipei. And then if they bring in a reliever, they've all been that good.
Yeah, well, they haven't given up a run in 2 games this week, so 3-0 kind of seems insurmountable given the evidence that we have. Here's the 0-2. Sharp ground ball, fielded by Sho Young Tai easily, and just so fundamentally sound, the shortstop for Chinese Taipei.
Sho Young Tai, just beautiful hands on this hard hit ground ball to shortstop. Footwork, strong arm to first. Very, very sound. Very sound fundamentally.
Jean-Vic Trimon. 1 out, nobody on. The lefty up there takes a strike. Home plate umpire Tyler Reddick. Trimon, an Atlanta Braves fan.
No, having a good year. Team of the South.
Down the line, but just foul. Aruba has put the bat on the ball more frequently here in the last inning and a half. They've been hitting the ball hard, just not finding any gaps in the defense aside from the double by Ocampo. Trimon is 0 for 4 this week.
Still only 45 pitches, and we're already in the 4th. Very efficient.
Ground ball to the first baseman, Ma Tian-en, who smothers it.
It's another really good changeup, thrown for a strike. Great hand action, arm action on this pitch. Comes out fastball, and this little parachute on the baseball. Low spin rate. You can see the seams as it's coming in on camera. So it's almost a very, very slow spin rate. That's why it's going down almost like with a split action. Quality pitch.
JZL Dean Mohammed is the batter. Takes an early strike. hitless this week in 4 attempts. Does have a walk. One hitter so far for Lin Quan Chen. 5 strikeouts to his credit.
His fastball location has been exquisite, commanding the ball all over the strike zone. But that changeup, I mean, that is a plus pitch. Slider and curveball, both good as well, but that changeup is the equalizer so far in this game.
The 1-2. Dean Mohammed thought about it as it broke away from him. Looped into right center field and right in the Bermuda Triangle between second, center, and right. And it's a 2-out single for JZL. Dean Mohammed gets the hips working at first.
He can dance a little bit out there too, no question about it. This pitch is on the middle inner half, stays inside it. Dean Mohammed serves it into the grass for a base hit.
So here's Keon Cruz, the second baseman and the last batter in the order. Is 2 for 3 this week with a double. Didn't play in the early game due to an injury, so has not had as many at-bats as his teammates. He has been effective since he came back and plays a good second base as well. Finds himself down in the count 0-2. Off the plate and foul. Isaac Martina, the leadoff man, is on deck. So far, for as much struggle as the bottom of the order have had this week, both the hits here in this game for Aruba have come from the bottom half of the order. Cruz looking for another one. Runner goes, the throw beats him by a mile. Dean Mohammed didn't get a good enough break and is thrown out at second for out number 3. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. And hey, especially over the last decade or so, they've won 10 of the last 11 of these World Series. And they're up to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning, a 3-0 lead, BMO. And to give you some context, we've already talked about how they have not given up a run here at this tournament. Well, a team from Chinese Taipei has not given up 3 runs in a game since 2023 in an 8-3 win against the Latin America team from that year from Curacao.
Goodness. That is domination at the Junior Little League World Series here in Taylor, Michigan. That they like this place a little bit, I would say.
Stat guy Rich coming through with that nugget there for you.
The man.
Show Young Tai leads it off here in the 4th.
And the lefty, Ocampo, has really settled in.
He's been great.
Almost 70 pitches now. This will be his 67th.
Hot shot past the glove of Cronson and into left field with a leadoff hit for Show Young Tai.
He retired 7 straight before this hot shot to third. It's on a fastball in. Gets the head out. But since the 2-out RBI in the first, retired 7 straight. Until that hitter right there smoked the ball past the third baseman from Aruba, Henry Cranston.
First pitch as the corners break in. Trying to go behind the runner at first as Sung Yi Le was looking to lay down a bunt. It was actually ruled an error for Cronson.
That was a set play right there. They're going to try to back pick with Cruz at coming in from second base to first base. It worked the other night. Nothing doing here with the Chinese Taipei base runner.
Yeah, Aruba executed that play effectively against Mexico. A design play where the corners crash in, and they make a big show of it as well to kind of distract the runner. Runner goes, pickoff. Oh, they say he slid around the tag.
What an effort.
Shoyoung Tai swimming into second base.
What an
save
effort
by Chris Mathis.
Shoyoung Tai had the oven mitt on as well. Had to go to the outside for the throw. Come back.
Oh, I think he's out.
I think so too.
Yep, I think he got him in the chest on the swim move.
Live, I thought he was out. Let's take a look again right here. Ooh.
Well, it's you can't really see where his hand hits the bag and from that angle, but the home plate camera.
But before the oven mitt gets on the base, he does tag him up in the chest.
Yes.
And I watch the pink oven mitt. That's the key on the whole deal here.
I don't think the non-oven mitt hand touches either.
Exactly. I was telling someone last night at the Tigers game, we were watching a replay just like this. And it's harder here because the dirt kicks up more than in the big leagues. The dirt just stays down. You can see the hands. It's a little tougher to see the hands at this level. But I think we got a touch on the chest there before the pink oven mitt gets to the top of second base. You see it right there. Hand protector.
It's a good pickoff play by Ocampo.
You ever wear an oven mitt, Eric, when you played?
No,
back in the day?
That is after my time.
Yeah, I didn't either. I wish they had them because I hurt my hands a few times or my fingers. I was a head first slider at second base and third, and jam your fingers up against the bag or the other player. Jam your wrist. This is going to be an interesting one because the call on the field is safe. So you have to have definitive evidence to overturn the call.
Well, I think there is. I mean, judging by the different angles we saw.
Just depends if they think the right hand got to the bag. But why would you reach with the oven mitt hand?
Right.
So the throw clearly is there in time. Here comes the swim. You're out right there. Now, does the right hand get on the bag as well? Too much dirt probably might not be able to overturn this play. Can't really see the other hand.
Yeah, call stands. I'm surprised. I thought from the home plate camera there was enough there to overturn it, but I think you might be right about the dirt. We've seen that a few times this week.
Yeah, that dirt, and we talked about that at the Tigers game last night. It's just hard to tell sometimes what's going on with the other hand. That's unfortunate because that was a good read by Ocampo on the pick play. First move.
It was a good everything.
Yeah,
good
great throw.
Tag was pretty good too.
Yep.
Just better slide by Shoyoung Tai.
Phenomenal slide.
Here's Sung-Yi La. Kind of similar to the slide we saw from Michigan's Kyrie Harris at the plate the other day. Michigan will be in action here in a couple hours against California. U.S. championship game. 3 runs in the first inning for Chinese Taipei. They have not scored since then. This is the first time they've had a runner in scoring position since 2 outs in the first.
Ocampo's really settled down. We'll see what happens here. Big situation. Have to keep it at 3 here. And now it's a 3-ball count with only 1 out. Traffic at second base.
And no outs, actually.
Oh, sorry, nobody out.
Haven't changed the scoreboard here. Line drive. Back up the box. The runner will stop at third. And they're at their corners with nobody out.
Beautiful swing right here. Sung-Hee La getting right through the middle of the field. Just like how compact that swing is. You see his hands work inside the baseball and through the baseball out front. Solid TTM swing through the middle.
Yu Cha Ra is the batter. He struck out in the first. Looking to add to the Chinese Taipei lead here.
I could see a safety here, pushing a ball up the first base line, getting it to 4.
Does not show bunt on that strike.
And Aruba playing back in the middle of the field, electing to go for the double play. Corners are in.
Pick off to first. Fake throw. Back to third. Gets past Cronson. And they're going to say interference.
Interesting.
Definitely Cronson colliding with Sho Young Tai to try to get the ball, and he's kind of throwing his hands up like, what am I supposed to do exactly?
Right. You have to go for the ball. I'm not sure on that one. You have to be able to field a baseball. Actually, the runner, you have to be able to go after a throw. This is the first and third little play action. Collision. Oh, I don't know about that one.
No.
Not sure about that one. I mean, basically, it's just a live ball. You have to be able to go after it. The runner went right back into Cranston at third.
Right, and it didn't seem like it impeded him from getting back to the bag either.
It's just a live play.
He was only a foot off the bag.
You're going for the ball as a defender. That's an interesting one.
Corners in now. Runner at second base as the 4th run scores on the interference. Yu Cha Ra up there with 1-1 count. Nobody out still here in the 4th.
It's a set pick play, trying to show the wheel, the charge, the crash with a pick at second base. Nothing doing. Reset right here.
That's actually a couple times, though, now, BMO, that Breeson has made the throw from first to third when he had absolutely no chance of making it out. He did it on a bunt earlier. And in that play, you know, I understand looking it back. I understand even just holding the ball, but the runner's 3 feet off the bag and you're 90 feet away.
And both of those plays led to runs. Well, 1 run this inning.
Yeah.
Multiple runs in the first inning.
Both came around to score. The 1-2.
That fastball just missed. Big situation. Try to keep it here at 4 for Aruba.
Long way to go for Ocampo. Nobody out. Into left field and down for a hit. Rolls all the way to the wall. Sung-Hee La comes around to score. And it's an RBI stand-up double for Yu Cha Ra.
Yu Cha Ra gets the head out. Buggy whips this to the pull side. This ball just took off. When I first saw it hit, I thought it was a single. before you know it, it was up against the wall. Rocket line drive, driving in a run and just switching places at second base.
78 pitches now for Ocampo. 2 runs in on the inning. He had been cruising up until the error to start the inning. He had retired 7 straight batters. The error and then back-to-back hits for Chinese Taipei from their 4-5 hole hitters, both of whom struck out in their first plate appearance. So good adjustments by Song Yi-la and Yu-Cha Ra here in the 4th to cash in on a couple of runs.
Still nobody out here in the 4th.
And it'll be Chen and Yu walked with the bases loaded in the 1st. Shows bunt, pulls back, runner back to second. Lays down the bunt right back to Ocampo. Briefly looks at third. Instead, on to Keon Cruz, the second baseman, who is covering at first. 1 away.
Trying to get it to a 6 spot here.
Well, Chow Yijie also already has 2 RBI today. 2 RBI single in the 1st inning. Chance to get another one here with the runner at third.
Like you mentioned earlier, Eric, Chinese Taipei just taking advantage of every opportunity offensively. Runner in scoring position, let's get him to third, less than 2 outs. Runner at second, let's hit a double, drive him in. 2 strikes, let's go the other way and drive some runs in. I mean, it's fundamentally sound. Let's put a bunt down and execute that. They're 3 for 3. It's a clinic. It really is an offensive clinic. Base running, power, doubles, small game. Very sound.
The 1-1. Back up the middle. No chance at the plate. Good throw off balance by Keon Cruz. The run will score, but there's 2 down. As Chow Yijie drives in a 3rd RBI today.
And Yu-Cha Ra just on contact here. Softly hit in the infield. Scores easily. That was a contact down play. As soon as you saw the ball down, taking off and scoring the run. Now it's a 6-0 lead.
Bases have cleared for Choi Su-en, who is promptly hit by the first pitch thrown by Ocampo.
And we've seen him just roll and stay in the box this week. Wants no part of getting out of the way of those pitches. He'll gladly take his 90 and walk to first base.
One on, 2 out for Liao Sen Hao. 0 for 1. Fly ball to left field in the 2nd inning. Showing bunt with 2 outs here. Wild pitch. All the way to the backstop, kicks up the line, and Choi Soo-en advances to second. "86 pitches for Ocampo, 35 of those in the first inning.
Wow, where was that? Good pitch, just missed below the kneecap. He needed that one. That's big right there. Instead of 1-2, it's now 2-1 hitter advantage count.
Gets one back there, 2-2. Tyler Reddick, your home plate umpire today.
He's outstanding back there.
He's been great all over the field this week.
Everywhere he's been really, really good.
And Inkley's Chris Mathis and Jared Grissinger round out the umpiring crew. Wouldn't mind seeing this crew tomorrow for the World Series game.
Yep. Well, we have 12 umpires from all over the world.
Got a chance to meet our Italian umpire the other day, Giuseppe Falcone.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Tyler Reddick behind the plate today from Canada. Volunteer their time to be here, but they are chosen for their performance and nominated by their little leagues from around the world.
That is amazing.
And you can hear it when we talk to Giuseppe, just, what an honor.
The pride,
He had been umpiring for over 2 decades.
Wow. Yeah, it's just amazing. It's just incredible.
He was the home plate umpire earlier this week in one of the international games. He said, that's the highlight of my career.
Not only here, but all over the United States. There's a lot of Little League tournament play going on, and these volunteer umpires are nominated and coming into the States from all over the world to work these regionals and softball World Series and softball regionals, baseball, senior league and junior league. I mean, it's a big deal.
Well, and we talked about the kids trading the pins when they come here, but the umpires, all the umpires make their own personalized pins. They're so cool. We have probably 7 or 8 of them already.
Oh yeah. And we'll gladly take more.
That's right. We are not opposed to taking free stuff.
We like food and pins.
That's right. I haven't gotten a pin from any of the teams. We've got all umpires.
I was kind of shocked on that. Last year we got some pins.
Although we did, speaking of food, we got some there.
We got some food from Chinese Taipei interpreter.
Yeah, she brought us up their little kind of like pastry puffs that she brought over from Chinese Taipei.
Wan Ting Su brought this up. I mean, it is.
They're tasty. I had about half the bag before the game started. I had to tell Rich to put it away.
Pretty good right here. There you go. Look at that. I mean, it is very tasty. The milk puff. The good old milk puff.
It's like a little mini donut. Opposite field, right at Rafinha in right. And that ends the inning, but not before Chinese Taipei doubles their lead on top 6-0.
Big double pulled down the line, driving another run. 6.
Is back out onto the mound. He has surrendered just 2 hits on the day to the Aruba offense. And it'll be Keon Cruz to lead it off after he was up to bat to end the last inning. And JZL Dean Muhammad was thrown out at second to end the frame.
That's 40 strikes in 56 pitches. It's about a 73% clip. Only 1 3-ball count. 1 so far through 4 1/3. That's pretty good.
Not too shabby. He's a couple times today already fielded his position well.
I mean, pair that with 2 hits and 5 Ks, and obviously no runs, and it's a pretty dominant performance. Getting back to what you were talking about with California, tune in later for that one. It's going to be a hostile crowd, I believe, here tonight. I mean, it's going to be a jam-packed Saturday evening game, 7 o'clock here in Taylor, Michigan. 6 o'clock, I'm sorry, 6 o'clock local. .6 p.m. game time. Weather looks good. Crowd will be jam-packed into this facility. And it's the rematch.
Close game.
Yeah, 4-2 game the other night, but a dominant pitching performance from California's right-hander.
That was that game where California had about, I don't know, a small army on the base paths that they couldn't get home. They kept leaving 2-3 guys an inning on the bases, and Michigan chipped back towards the end. Had a chance to tie it and even win it in the bottom of the last inning. And so we'll see if Michigan can bounce back, as Michigan trying to return to the World Series championship for the first time since 2024 when they lost to Chinese Taipei.
You know what my question is for you, Eric? Will Blake Greer start the game again?
He's been the opener on darn near every game for Michigan this week.
He is the opener.
Martina stay in the infield. Gripped by Liao Sen Hao. Two down.
And more of the same from Lin Quan Chin. Just charging it in there. And Aruba just cannot put anything together offensively against the quality right-hander from Chinese Taipei. It's so accomplished, too, because we were talking about it earlier. Yeah, it's fastball command, a good breaking ball, a good slider, and a good curveball, and then a plus just electric changeup. I mean, the changeup is next level.
He's only thrown 62 pitches, but there is some activity in the Chinese Taipei bullpen. Sun Yi La is warming up down the right field line. Smacked into right field. Taking 2 steps in to make the catch is Chi Wei Cha, as Avmar Anhala is retired. Another 1-2-3 inning for Lin Quan Chen. Faces Ocampo, who was nearing the pitch count limit anyway. So it'll be Cronson coming over, who had been playing third. A.J. Cruz replaces him at third. Rincones to left. And it's Isaac Martina now behind the plate.
This is Cronson's second appearance in the World Series. Has that high arm slot. Stays inside the fastball a little bit. Gets some arm side run, fastball slider guy.
First batter he faces is Wu Teng Hao.
Misses with the slider. It's a good pitch. He can spin it pretty well from the right side.
So we've got a food delivery here in the press box here. Oh my goodness.
What do we got?
Some conies, thanks to Muffy.
Very nice.
A Detroit staple. Heartburn included. I'm getting messier and messier with the food choices here this week. We had the walking taco, which was no walk in the park.
The walking taco. You were diving into the walking taco.
I enjoyed the walking taco.
I'm still a big Italian guy. The Italian was.
I know. This coney looks pretty darn good. Muffy said it was from Leo's. Is that right, Muffy? Leo's Coney Island. A staple here in the Detroit area. I'll have to judge and see how it compares to the Cincinnati.
I'm going to check it out.
Conies.
I'm going to check it out.
Certainly won't be pretty to watch us eat that. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. First batter face by Cronson, and it's a strikeout.
Some life right here on this pitch. At the top of the strike zone. Just a little too much heat up there to handle. And that's a good start for Cronson right now.
Chao Chi Kai is the batter, is 0 for 1. He is the last batter in the order for Chinese Taipei.
You see with that high arm slot, he gets that four-seam fastball that he really spins it. We saw this the other day, and it stays up in the strike zone with some power.
He shows bunt, takes a strike there.
It's a good-looking fastball. More of a north-south pitcher. And that fastball will ride up or throws it down. Just kind of hovers above the ground.
Got in on the hands. Ardra Cedro under it for the second out of the inning.
That was a good breaking ball with some depth on it from that high arm slot. Almost a curveball in my mind. Very close to a true curveball. More of a power slider slurve.
And it'll be the leadoff man, Chi-Wei Cha. 1 for 2 with a run scored after singling in the first. First pitch he sees is into the clouds. And a 1-2-3 inning for Henry Cronson. And Aruba defense gets it done. Question is, can the offense? They continue to have some activity in the bullpen. But Lin Chen's only had 63 pitches. So he faces the heart of the Aruba order. Ardra Cedro is 0 for 1.
It keeps going like this. I mean, in theory, you could throw a complete game and save all your pitching for Sunday.
Yep.
In the World Championship game. Have a fully stocked and loaded bullpen to go along with your starter.
Snagged at third. Liao Sen Hao robs Ardra Cedro of a base hit.
Ball's hit well. And then again, when you put it in play, you got a chance for an out. You have 9 defenders. This one's hit right to the third baseman.
Jadrick Bocott is now up. And we talked about the struggles of the bottom 2/3 of the order for Aruba this week, but it's been the top of the order that has not produced here today. Off the end of the bat, Wu Teng Hao comes over from second. Lin Chen looking for back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. 2 down for Aiden Gonsalves Rodriguez. Over the head of Chen. Off-balance throw and beats the runner, Wu Teng Hao. A web gem at second base and a 7-pitch inning for Chinese Taipei.
Web gem is correct, Eric. Watch this play up the middle. On 1 foot, makes a strong 5. Follow if you want to see some more stuff on the Junior Little League World Series.
Always a good follow. Let's see which baseball game Coach Mo is at today. Tian and Ma.
Pretty much every day, right?
Ma Tian up and leading things off against Cronson. Striking out in his only plate appearance so far.
What's better than baseball?
Not much. An Italian sausage, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, Aruba down to their last 3 outs. And it just kind of see the body language of every team that plays Chinese Taipei, whether it's this year or any time over the last decade. It's a pretty defeating, deflating feeling. It almost feels like you could do everything right and you could still wind up on a losing end against this team.
They just take advantage of every mistake, plus they're pretty darn good at playing the game of baseball in their own way and making things happen. So it's really just they compound everything that you do wrong, and then they do a lot of things right. Combination leads to a lot of winning.
Martina makes the grab in foul territory. 3 fly ball outs in a row for Cronson.
That's a nice catch right there. Just very calm and poised, under control. Rodriguez calmly goes over there, makes the play. I'm impressed with him this week. He's done a nice job back there. Henry Cranston making some pitches. That fastball has life at the top of the strike zone. Getting some fly ball outs. Strikeout up there. I like when he throws that 4-seam at the letters.
Foul back into the netting. One count here to Sho Young Tai. Fouled straight back.
Oh, Martina is catching back there. My
yeah,
mistake.
they swapped him out when Cronson came in to pitch.
They have 2 great catchers.
They do. We've seen them both
Yes.
catch pretty significantly this week. Martina is quite the athlete all around.
Yes. My correction on that.
No, it's okay. It's been tough to follow the defensive assignments and changes this week. It's a 2-2 from Cronson. It's another fly ball. It's going to stay just fair. A.J. Cruz reels it in.
Here's that 4-seam fastball, getting it done again.
I mean, so this is what's probably the most frustrating is, you know, let's say Cronson gets out of this inning here. You have 4 of the 6 innings you played pretty much perfectly if you're Aruba, and yet you're down 6-0.
It's because of the big inning early. That big inning early puts you in a hole. You've made some mistakes defensively, and then you can't dig out of that hole because of the pitching of this Chinese Taipei squad. It just suffocates you offensively.
Sung Yi La, strikeout, single, run scored. Martinez doing a really nice job framing those pitches as well.
Yes, he's good back there. I said before, Rodriguez and Martina, they do a great job behind the plate. See that 1-knee technique?
Cronson, along with Keon Cruz, both did not play in the opener for Aruba. Cronson was cleared minutes before their second game to play. I wonder if he was more healthy, if we would have seen him pitch more in this tournament. He's got a pretty lively arm.
Probably. Just guessing there, but that fastball has a lot of life on it, and then good breaking ball as well. I mean, you can see that fastball right there. That's beating solid Chinese Taipei hitters to the spot. They're trying to get the barrel there, and they're popping it up, just like that foul ball right there. Couldn't get on top. Watch this ball take off. See, he's beat right there. He's trying to get the head to that pitch on the inner half. Can't quite get it on top to create a line drive.
Two to Sung Yi La. Breaking ball misses up. Seventh pitch of the at-bat here from Cronson. Swing and a miss. 1-2-3 inning for Cronson.
I love his fastball. Cronson's fastball gets it done again right here. Nice. Faced one above the minimum and caught him stealing. Only one 3-ball count in this game for Lin Quan Chin. 6 innings, 5 Ks, 2 hits. I mean, what more can I say? Very, very, very impressive.
He's also retired 10 in a row.
Yeah.
As Cronson, Zayron Rafine, and AJ Cruz will be the last hope for Aruba here.
I'm going to get the analysis on this. He is good at baseball.
That's why we pay you the big bucks. Can't find analysis like that anywhere else.
You can't. He is really good at baseball.
Still activity in the Chinese Taipei bullpen. They've had somebody warming up down there for 3 straight innings. Lofted into shallow right. No trouble for Chi Wei Cha. 1 out. Zayron Rafine. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Time winding down on Aruba's tournament. They've been fantastic to watch, BMO. A lot of talent. Some exciting games against Italy and Mexico.
They've had a great run.
Enjoyed watching them.
You get some base runners right here. Keep it moving. Keep it moving forward.
The left field, tracking and making the catch is Chen Yu. 2 away.
Chen Yu with a really good jump on this baseball. He immediately took the correct route into the left center gap. Ran it down with no problem.
Chinese Taipei flag waving, and it'll be waving tomorrow.
They are feeling it.
The World Series championship game against either California or Michigan. That game coming up next right here on ESPN Plus. U.S. Championship.
That is a nasty, nasty changeup. 0-0. Are you kidding me?
AJ Cruz.
High level.
Swung through it, swings through that one in the dirt. 0-2.
How about changeup 0-0? Slider with depth 0-1 to get to an 0-2 count.
Aruba down to their final strike. The 0-2. Off the end of the bat, and Cruz stays alive. The 0-2. If it were to get there, if Cruz could get on, Hiron Ocampo is on deck. He almost took Lin Quan Chen out of the ballpark earlier today. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Lin Quan Chen retires the final 13 batters he faces. And Chinese Taipei is on to the World Series championship game once again.
Congratulations to Aruba on a great run, getting to the World Series, and then here getting to the International Championship game. But it's all Chinese Taipei today, and Lin Quan Chen, that was in total domination of how to pitch with 4 pitches: the fastball, the changeup, the curveball, and the slider. And I have to go back to the changeup. It's a plus pitch. It is Yamamoto from the Dodgers-esque. Look at this slider changeup combo. Another changeup right here. Another one right on right. Another changeup for a strikeout. And it was domination. Only 1 3-ball count, 73% strikes. CG, complete game. I am impressed as a 35-year Division I coach. I would recruit him right now as a 13, 14-year-old.
Sign him up. Chinese Taipei is on to the championship game tomorrow at noon Eastern. Will they play California or Michigan? Well, we'll find that out coming up next here on ESPN Plus. Stick around for that one. More great baseball from Taylor. Alongside Bobby Miranda, I'm Eric Rothman. Chinese Taipei, your international division champions, looking for their 5th straight World Series tomorrow. We'll see you for the U.S. Championship game just around the corner.